We have some breaking news when it comes to the Detroit Lions and this coaching vacancy scramble with all these coaching positions available. I mean, you have offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, defensive line coach. There's going to be more than that as well. But we have an answer to who will be the next defensive line coach, and that is Kacy Rodgers. He's a part of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, or I guess formerly a part of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He was the run game coordinator and defensive line coach. This is per Jeremy Fowler from ESPN, by the way. Sources tell him he is now with the Lions, and he'll be replacing Terrell Williams, who left to become the New England Patriots defensive coordinator. And obviously losing a guy like that, man, it stinks. I mean, Terrell Williams is one of the best at what he does, but you're getting a guy who is highly regarded. This is someone who just recently, days ago, interviewed with the Packers to be their new defensive line coach, and the Lions steal him. One of their 2 losses this year was to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, or I guess 3 losses, regular season, 2 of the regular season losses. One of them was to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And if you look at that Buccaneers defensive line, they've developed a lot of guys. So this is great. Kacy Rodgers has a ton of experience in the NFL dating back to 2003. He's been a defensive coordinator before. He's been a defensive line coach at different spots. He was one of Todd Bowles' top defensive assistants, so he's a very smart individual. And he's crossed paths with Bill Parcells when he was a part of the Miami Dolphins organization. So that Bill Parcells connection, obviously we know how much Dan Campbell loves Bill Parcells and holds him in a very high regard. But Kacy Rodgers, clearly there's some ties there for Dan Campbell, and I think he's going to fit in perfectly, to be honest with you. I like the hire. I mean, who wouldn't want to come to this Detroit Lions team and work with this defensive line? What they're going to have next year, Aleem McNeil, Aiden Hutchinson. You're going to have DJ Reader back. You're going to have Zadarius Smith, most likely, and they're probably going to draft another edge. They have Mekhi Wingo, Josh Pascal. They got some young guys, too. Broderick Martin, who's probably, I don't know if there's much to develop there, but you get the point. There's a lot of interesting pieces here in Detroit. So I guess for Kacy Rodgers, it's a great position to take. I mean, the Lions are a contending team. They have a lot of pieces. You get to coach Aiden Hutchinson, and why not? You get to be a part of an organization that's only on the uptick. So there you have it. I'm interested to see who they bring in at defensive coordinator. That's probably still the biggest question mark. And it's interesting to me, and we said this on the show, days ago we've been talking about this, but Dennis Allen not taking that Bears defensive coordinator job. I wonder if he's holding out for Dan Campbell. Dan and him have ties dating back to New Orleans, and we know how much Dennis Allen is going to be sought after as a defensive coordinator. I think he would fit in perfectly here. So you got your defensive line coach. Let's go get that defensive coordinator. Let's go get Dennis Allen. He fits perfectly here. A veteran guy who's been responsible for great defenses with a ton of pieces to work with. We'll see how it goes. But that's really the next big thing the Lions will announce at some point. When they do, I'll be breaking it all down. But until then, what do you guys think of Kacy Rodgers? The hire? Comment down below. Leave your thoughts. We'll talk about it more tonight on the show. But until then, stay updated with Crunch Time Sports. Make sure you're subscribed because that is massive. Turn the notification bell on because when news is announced, you'll get notified, and I'll be breaking it down to you guys. But until tonight, I will catch you all. Hey, what's going on there? It's Jeff Iafrate. Appreciate you for finishing the video. You can check out one of the videos here suggested or show support by commenting, liking, and subscribing. And buy your merchandise, officialctsports.com.